All right, Enes, Renaissance man himself.
Yes.
Very happy to have you on.
I know. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and
Thank
I know,
you for having me.
of course. And we were talking about this just about 10 seconds ago, that one of the reasons it's really nice to have you on is because basketball is like the last thing you talk about.
I know. I always like, whenever I have like a media day and everything, I see like people that keep asking me about, the racism and the politics, Turkey, Europe and everything. And then I was like, how about basketball questions?
Right.
And then they ask me basketball questions.
But I feel like a lot of that is because, in the broader scheme of things, the other stuff really is more important.
Yeah, definitely. I think so too.
Yeah, how have you been able to find that balance?
Well, right now, right now the season about to start, so right now I'm more focused on basketball, getting some, play pickup games and everything. I know that all this stuff matters really important, but right now my first job is just play basketball and just focusing on NBA. So that's why I'm really trying to be just focusing on basketball.
Yeah, but we are going to get to the other stuff, but I have to ask you about those pickup games. Because I am like intrigued by this entire process.
Black Oops and everything.
Yes, it's called like Black Ops, right?
We actually played today.
Who was there?
So actually today was Melo was there. Yesterday was CJ McCollum was there. So I mean, Dante Jones, Lance Thomas. And I think it was a really good pickup. I feel like the best pickup games on summertime is in New York.
Really?
So I'm inviting all the
better
players.
Than Drew League, better than all that.
Everything, everybody, all the leagues. Yeah, I feel like.
How do you get an invite to this session?
Well, I mean, if you're an NBA player and if you're in town, you got contact with this guy. He's big time in Instagram, Chris Brickley.
Chris Brickley, yeah.
He's my coach too. He's my coach. I mean, keep inviting all those people and everything. One day he texted me. He's like, okay, and tomorrow LeBron and KD gonna show. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I'll be there. And that day was probably the craziest day because it was like an all-star.
Yeah. Okay, tell me, what were the teams? Who was on each team?
So first, I told them, of course, put me on LeBron's team. So KD was playing. KD was on the other team. So I was like.
So you're playing against Kevin this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
But as always, it was me, LeBron. It was me, LeBron. I think it was who else was in that team? Dante Jones, Lance Thomas, and it was one college guy. And then the other team was actually really good. It was J.R. Smith, Melo, and it was of course KD, and I think it was two college kids.
Okay.
But I think, so the first game, I told my coaches, like, make sure I am in LeBron's team because I'm not going to tell who. One of my teammates, like a couple of weeks before that scrimmage game, said, if I see one picture of you and KD, because he knows that KD is living in the same apartment with me, don't come back to OKC.
Really?
I'm not going to tell who. He said that. I was like, okay, I told my coach, I was like, okay, make sure I'm on LeBron's team. And then first game we lost. And then I was out. The second game I was on KD's team. I was so because all these cameras were out, all these phones were out. So, I feel like I think we were cool. I talked to them a couple of times, give them a handshake. They still don't know that I give them a handshake. And then, so scrimmage was over, everything was good. And then like 20 minutes later, after the scrimmage game, or like 45 minutes later, and then that teammate called me.
So tell me about the dynamic between you and Kevin. Would you say you guys are cordial? Have you had conversations?
So, of course, it was awkward. Like first time we walked in the gym, it was awkward. But I mean, the stuff going on is only on the court. Outside, I believe he's a really, really nice guy.
Great, that's good.
And he's always a chill dude. But so he came to me and I say, "What's up?" And then of course I shake his hand, and then I talked to him a little bit during the scrimmage game when I was in his team. We were talking, high five and everything, but I was just scared that it's gonna come out and the
teammate.
The teammate.
The teammate that said this to you. He has a lot of animosity towards Kevin, I would imagine.
Yes, and then actually after the scrimmage game, 45 minutes later, he called me.
And said?
And said, "Did you talk to him?" Because he heard about
Wow, this guy is super petty.
He heard about the game, so he asked me if I talked to him, if I were friendly or not, if I was on his team. I was like, I was not on his team. He was like, you're lying. I watched you were on his team. I was like, okay, maybe I was on his team maybe a little bit. But I'm cool with him. With Kevin, I mean, of course, no question, he's one of the top 5 players in the league.
Yeah.
And then, obviously respect that he just won a championship and he just won an MVP. So, I got no disrespect to a guy, but And on the court, it's totally different. I will try to get on his head, try to do everything so we can win the game. But outside, I got no problem with it.
That's good. And I mean, that is big of you that you guys were able to have this conversation, because I know there was jabs on Twitter and all this different stuff.
Too much.
It got to be a lot. But
what I learned, one thing, I mean, if you want to beat him, you cannot beat him on Twitter.
That is a great
beat him
motto.
on the court. So that's what I learned from these pickup games. If you want to beat him on the court, not on Twitter.
That is very true. Because you know, you can have those jabs, and then when you lose, it's like,
I know, it's terrible. I feel really bad. So.
Well, it's good. It's good that you guys have gotten past that, and now you're somewhat friends, and everybody can live in harmony and peace.
Please.
That's what you're all about, right? Is the peace.
Yeah.
So with these pickup games, because I'm still so interested in how this works. So you guys are on these separate teams. How do you win? What are you playing to? What is it set up like?
So we go to 11. So
Okay.
if you go to 11, it's a 1-game win. So we play. I mean, Melo's in a different team, and I'm in a different team most of the time. So whoever goes to 5 in first is the winner of that day.
Okay.
So if you got 11, that's 1. 11, that's 2, and then other team wins 11, that's 2-1. So we go to game 5.
Okay, I gotcha. That makes sense. And you said that J.R. Smith is the best pickup player you've ever seen.
I mean, I never seen a guy can play like that in a scrimmage game. I mean, he was making almost everything. All this, ball handling, the 3-point shot, dunks, and everything. I mean, it was definitely, I never seen him, and he's gonna be shocked. Him and Brandon Jennings.
Really?
I'll pick it right now over anybody.
But what makes them so good?
I mean, they just play street basketball. I mean, they got so much confidence in themselves, and then I'll say that him, J.R. Smith, and Brandon Jennings is the best one in playing a pickup game.
Yeah, because I guess the running joke with J.R. is like when he's in game, he'll just throw up a shot. He tries it no matter what.
So he makes it in summertime.
Yes.
He makes it in summertime.
In the summertime, they go in.
Because he doesn't have that much pressure on him in summertime. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, him and Brandon Jennings, my favorite one.
How has this format made you better?
How would you what?
How has this format made you a better basketball player?
I mean, because you see all these NBA players, you see all these almost all-stars, LeBron and KD, you see yourself where you're at. Because in pickup games, it's really hard to big men to play pickup game in summertime. Because it's like a 2-dribble, crossover shot, first of all. So for a big man, so you need to get used to play up and down because it's a guard game. If you play in a summertime pickup game, if you're a big man, it's too hard to play. So I mean, that's why I feel like I'm trying to get used to the more running, more condition, and I'm really trying to focus on defending pick and rolls.
Yeah, and now defense has been something that people have wanted you to improve on for some time. Do you feel like you have?
I mean, I feel like every player needs something to work on. Every player needs the offense, defense, free throw, 3-point shot. I mean, pick and roll defense, blockouts, and everything. I feel like my focus was this summer was just focusing on defense. And just move side to side.
And you look like you've lost weight.
I did lose weight, actually. I'm trying to lose weight whole summer. Because after the season, when I take like 40, 45 days off, I gain like around 20 pounds. So this summer, I gained like over 22 pounds, yeah. So now I'm down like 23, 24 pounds.
What's the secret? Please tell me. I'm trying to lose weight.
You look really good. You don't need to lose weight.
I need to lose.
You look amazing. I feel like the secret is just, stay away from the carbs, stay away from of course, sweets.
The carbs, that's what gets you.
And I feel like the seafood diet and salad diet.
Seafood, so what, like salmon?
Salmon, fish, white fish, anything. I mean, anything comes from the fish, sea from. I think it's really healthy for you.
What is or was the hardest thing for you to give up eating?
Probably carbs.
Yeah, but like
carbs,
what?
Cookies.
Donuts, pastas?
Actually, so I was eating a lot of cookies, like Oreos or just like normal cookies, whatever, during the season.
Yeah.
So I was just keep gaining weight, and my lifting coach said, okay, if you give up the cookies, I'm gonna give up something else, whatever. So we were just having this competition. So I did not eat any pasta and any cookies for like over a year. Yeah.
Not once.
Not even once.
You didn't even slip up
I swear.
and try anything.
I swear. Not even one time cookie.
Have you ever had Oreos dipped in peanut butter?
Never tried it. I don't want to. Don't
No.
talk about
It's
it.
good though.
I gotta try it.
It is so good, and I think of it. I'm like peanut butter's protein, sort of. So I'm having this cookie and some protein.
But I feel like Nutella is better.
Nutella's very
Nutella is
good.
my favorite, but I haven't had Nutella for years now.
So you didn't have pasta or cookie for 1 year. Once you didn't even slip up.
Not even once. Nope.
I don't know if I believe
swear,
that, but
I will say.
But I'll let you
swear,
pass
everybody.
on it. So how do you keep the weight off? Is really the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you get front of the mirror and if you're, no, I promise, like, if you like see, man, I'm gaining weight,
Yeah.
I feel like that's not me. I feel so terrible.
Yeah.
And then it just when you wake up in the morning, you're so tired and everything. But if you have a good eating habits and everything, but that's why I want to appreciate Oklahoma City because they give us everything organic.
Really?
Everything we eat is organic. One thing is Russell don't eat organic. It just eats whatever.
What is Russell like? Anything?
He eats everything. I assume like eat gummy bears on the planes, drinking Snapples and everything, but whatever he's doing is working.
Yeah,
So
it's
just keep
like the
doing what he's doing.
MVP can do that. He can eat whatever he wants. It's totally
That's
fine.
what I'm asking him. Is like, what do you do? Like, what do you eat and drink? Is it eating like Chick-fil-A and drinking Snapples?
Whoa, Chick-fil-A is good for
good.
you. And it's good.
I don't know if it's good for you. But
I mean, that is how I rationalize it in my head.
Okay.
Is that it's good for you.
That's gonna make you feel
everything's
better.
cooked in peanut oil.
yeah. Okay.
That was my first job. I worked at Chick-fil-A.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I
I
love it.
cannot cook though, so it's like it's not like I cooked at Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
But I'm a big believer in that chicken sandwich. I
Chicken
love it.
sandwich?
Yes.
That's better than I think burgers or whatever. Fries.
It is.
Thing,
Yeah, and especially if you get it grilled and all that stuff.
Yeah.
All right, switching gears just a bit, because now I'm hungry. I have to ask, a lot of reports are saying that you're expected to exercise your player option. Is there any truth to that?
I mean, I see that news. It was like weird because I never said anything like that before. Never, ever. Even like some agents and some like reporters were coming and telling me, it's like, okay, you're gonna pick your option. I was like, I never said anything like that before, ever.
Yeah.
So it's false. It's wrong. I never said anything. I'm not saying I'm not gonna pick up. I'm gonna pick up.
You just didn't say it.
I just didn't say anything. I mean, end of the season, I feel like this season is really important for us. Paul George, Raymond Felton, and Patrick Patterson. Now I feel like we have a really special team. So right now, if I think about just player option, do it or not do it, I will look really selfish.
Yeah.
So right now, my focus should be on the season, on my teammates, on the organization. I mean, end of the season, I'm gonna talk with my manager or with my agent, and just say what's best for me and for us.
Does that happen a lot, where there'll be like a piece of news and you're like,
I know, I hate that.
It happens
I hate
often.
it so much. It's
Yeah.
like the crazy rumors. I mean, that's why I don't believe the rumors. If I don't hear it directly from a player or player's agent, I don't believe those rumors.
So, but I guess my question is, when these things come out, do you believe like there's any truth to maybe somebody close to you did say something, or do you sometimes think it is completely made up?
Completely made up.
Yeah.
Never, because I know my people. They will never say anything like that.
Yeah.
Never before they talk to me. They will never say anything like that.
Yeah. How excited are you to play with Paul George? I know you just mentioned it.
I played against him in 2011. It was a lockout year, so I was in LA. And we were just playing pickup games. I was like, who's that athletic dude? Because he was like dunking everything.
Yeah.
He was dunking everything. And then now he's like, obviously he's like one of the top 10 players in the league. And I'm really excited to play with him.
Yeah, what conversations have you guys had, since he signed?
I actually never been to OKC. I'm in New York all summer.
Living it up.
Yeah, I'm in New York all summer. I love New York. But I heard, he already got along with the organization. He had like a fishing tournament over back in LA and everything. So I'm really excited. And him and Russ are really...
Wait, fishing? Like...
Fishing. No, he loves fishing.
Reeling in a fish?
Yeah. He had a
Really?
fishing tournament or fishing something over in LA.
Okay.
So he's
That's
really
interesting.
big.
It's golf now. These days it's golf.
It is golf, huh? I see all those NBA players with the little golf sticks trying to hit the ball.
Right, and they all think they're so good.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. But he's really into fishing.
Okay.
Yeah, I think that's his favorite hobby. But I think so. He had a tournament. I think Ross went there. Or one of our teammates went there. So it's big. We'll see.
So when you found out, okay, Paul George is coming to the team, first thing that went through your head?
First thing, man, I think I was like Western Conference Finals. The first thing, just because I was thinking like, okay, now we have Russ. Now we got Paul George. I wish we had Rudy. No, we didn't have Rudy.
Okay, we got to talk about this
Okay.
this Rudy Gay scenario. So, I had Rudy Gay on the podcast, as you know. He was a great guest, but I asked him why you thought he was coming to Oklahoma City because you tweeted out the photo. It seemed like you were sure.
I started laughing.
Yes. So, explain this to me.
Okay, so this is what happened. I had an inside source. I'm not going to tell who because he will kill me if I say who.
So far we've had 2 anonymous people on this episode.
Because I can't tell the names because they'll be really mad at me. But one of the players, it was one of the players, he took a picture and sent it to me. I don't know why he sent it to me, but he just sent it to me. I was like, first time I saw that, I thought he really did sign with us. But they just didn't announce it. So I was like, you know what, I'll just tweet that. Because I really thought that he signed with us. So I tweeted that, and then the first reaction I was getting, it was crazy. And it was so terrible, I don't want to say that, but one of our workers for OKC called me Junior Trump because I keep trolling people.
Junior Trump.
Because I keep trolling people.
Yes. Twitter is getting you in some trouble.
I know,
I think that's what we're taking away from this.
I have to stay away a little bit. But, But I really thought that he signed with us. I was like, man, this is too big. This is crazy. And I was like trying to go against the Woj, you know, Woj.
Yeah, Woj. Who drops everything.
Everything. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna do something that he's gonna be shocked. I was actually gonna send him that picture. I was like, you know what? I will tweet that before him.
You wanted the credit.
Yes, I wanted the credit.
I feel you. I feel you on that.
And then I tweeted that, and then later on, I heard that he signed with San Antonio.
So, okay, the person that sent you the photo, why did they send it?
Why they send? Because
did they think?
No, because I think he was visiting OKC, and then they put his name next to Russell's locker. So I was like, okay, I mean, he signed with us, and they put him next to Russell because he's like a really, good player, all-star, whatever. And then I was like, took a picture, put on Twitter, and then it was crazy. I was seeing all this.
Was Rudy supposed to sign to OKC?
I don't think so. I mean, we didn't know because I really thought he did.
Yeah.
But so after that, a couple weeks later, after that going on, we went to LA. So one of my teammates say, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm sorry, man. I didn't know that he did not sign with us. I thought he signed with us."
Yeah. You caused a frenzy there.
Yeah. But well, it's cool. I mean, can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, it's too late now. But
yeah, too late.
Twitter definitely has caused some trouble for you, but it's also done good. You have been very vocal on Twitter. I know you used your platform to speak out about Charlottesville and speak against white supremacists, and you talk a lot about your politics. But the first thing I want to discuss is how you have used Twitter with kind of the issues that you've had with Turkey. So explain to people what's going on with Turkey, because I think it's a little confusing for people to understand why you were detained, what happened. So explain that.
So it all started last year, on July 15th. So there was a coup attempt in Turkey, July 15th last year, and the President Erdogan, a day later, started firing people and putting people in jail. So if you want to understand who did the coup attempt, you have to look at the benefits, and the benefits shows that after the coup attempt, he shut down over 2,000 dormitories, universities, and schools and hospitals. And Turkey is the #1 country after the coup attempt to put in journalists in a jail. I think it was like over 200 people. And then over 100,000 people lost their job. And also over 150,000 people are in a jail just because of the coup attempt. And 18,000 of them, 18-something thousand of them are women. And 668, I think, are kids in the jail. So I'm asking you, do you think all these women and kids did the coup attempt?
Right.
See, the people, people don't understand it. So after all this craziness happened, so that he is polarizing people. He's making groups, and whoever is speaking out against him, he's shutting down their, the newspaper channels, everything. So he wants to control everything. He wants to be the one-man show. He wants to be the one-man show, and that's why, I mean, whoever's speaking out against him is either putting himself in a jail or their family in jail.
And you have been very vocal.
Yes.
Yes.
So I mean, just because I have a voice, I'm one of the 5 NBA players in Turkey from Turkey.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was speaking out. I was speaking the truth, and all the corruption he did, all the money he stole from people, all the bad things, all the torture he's doing. I mean, I'm not saying this. The reports are saying that. You can go look Amnesty International, Human Rights Watch, and everything. So people on the jail are getting tortured, are getting raped, and also getting killed. So that's why I'm speaking out against, and I'm in America. And that's why he got so pissed. I mean, that's why he trying to detain me. And also, I mean, he put my dad in jail.
Yeah, I read that.
He stayed there for a week.
How scary was that for you?
It was crazy because, I mean, people don't really understand what's really going on in Turkey. I haven't talked to my family over a year now. Yeah, because whatever I talk, they will listen. Because when they come to take my dad away, they took all the phones away. They took all the, laptops away, computers away. That they see if I'm still in contact with them or not.
So for their safety, you almost are trying not to contact them.
I'm not. I cannot talk to them because if I talk to my mom, then she'll be in jail the next day.
Right.
Or if I talk to my little sister, then she'll be in jail the next day. It's that crazy. I mean, you see what happened. I don't know if you remember what happened in Washington. Mm-hmm. His security guards go.
Yeah, when it was like a brawl. Yeah.
So I'm asking all those people, all those American people, so they can understand. So look what he did in front of, Capitol America in Washington, in front of all these people. So think about what he's doing behind the curtains in jail, who's like speaking out against him.
Right.
So that's why, I mean, it was really crazy that, I mean, my teammates would keep asking me like you still have family there, why are you still talking? But people don't understand. Okay, I have one family there, but I need to be voice of all these innocent people, so American people will know, or like European Union or America will do something about it.
And bring some type of awareness to
something,
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so I also saw you're not a U.S. citizen, but you are hoping to be one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a green card. Luckily, I have a green card.
Right, especially now.
So I think that the process is like 5 years. So I already have like 1 year done.
Okay, good.
So the one crazy thing, I mean, when I get back to America, all those people were like, I was amazed. All these people were saying like, "Welcome home. This is your home. Don't leave America anymore." Even some girls were saying, "Oh, I can marry you, so I can get you." Quick citizenship.
You gotta marry any of them?
No, I'm good.
You just gotta have like a top 2, then pick one for a backup plan.
But they were like saying, because if you're married with an American woman, with an American citizen, you can get your 3 years.
Right.
So I would just keep getting some marriage proposals, like, okay, 3 years. So I was like, I'm good now.
But don't they like really try to verify, like, are they really in love? Are they really gonna be together? Because some people try to fake it.
They do fake it, but that's why I'm like, I'm good right now. There's too much work anyway, so I'm good right now. I'm 25 years old.
Right. You're like, I'm not going there.
So I'm not
just
looking
yet.
for nobody. Don't get me wrong.
You're gonna get like all these DMs like,
And
heard you need some years.
On Instagram.
On Instagram.
I'm good.
You're like speaking from experience from this. So you need to be an American citizen. You're trying to figure out how that can happen, if there's any way to speed up the process in any way. But being in America, you're able to use your voice,
yes.
To a certain extent. You're going to get backlash, but you're able to talk about certain things. But I think one thing, of course, it's being discussed a lot right now is Colin Kaepernick and how he's used his voice, he's used a silent protest, but it has completely come back on him. So I'm interested in kind of your thoughts on what Kaepernick is doing.
I mean, I feel like, Kaepernick said the same thing. What they're doing to him is not fair. Because I feel like he has a voice, and he's using his voice. He's standing for what he believes. He knows his rights, and I feel like I'm with that guy. I feel like he's using his voice, and I feel like in America, not everybody's getting treated the same. I feel like the most important thing in life is we can be different. We can be white, black, tall, short, European, Asian, whoever. But I think the most important thing in life is we need to leave our differences on the table and trying to find what we have in common. So with Kaepernick, I really feel bad for him because that he could start for some teams. He could be a starter quarterback for some teams, but I feel like teams are just not picking him because of his political views.
Yeah. Now, as an athlete, do you feel like there's this element of people not really caring what you have to say, if it's things they don't agree with? They really only want to see you perform on the court or on the field or wherever it may be.
I mean, they have a voice, and I feel like players should use their words more. I mean, you see what happened in Charlottesville. I feel like it was eye-opener because it shows that America still have a lot of work to do. So that's what I mean. Like I see all this, the players, all this, even like even our locker room, we talk about politics a lot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
what discussions do you guys have?
Even like the Trump, Hillary, or this and that. But like the most, I mean, I say it every time. I say it to my teammates too. I mean, it doesn't matter, like because you see all this racist comments, also the racism and everything. I mean, I say that all the time. I mean, it doesn't matter. You short, tall, black, white, Asian, yellow, what color you are. I mean, we need to work this out together. I mean, I see this world as a team. I mean, if we start blaming each other, if we start pointing, if we start saying, okay, your fault, you're wrong, you're rich, you're poor, then we're gonna lose. Mm-hmm. I mean, we need to come as a team because this world is what we have. We don't have another planet to go for now. Maybe like 100 years later, but right now, this planet is what we have. So we need to work this out together. Yeah. I feel like that's the key word, together. Mm-hmm. So it's going to get better, but I feel like, but I think more players or whoever just have a voice.
Right.
Need to use it more.
I think if more people had that mindset that you have about everyone working together, we'd probably be a lot further than we are right now.
Please.
All right, we're running a little low on time, but I have to get to your Twitter questions. You have a couple. So let's see what they have to say. Somebody said, did you get those glasses from Russ?
Actually, yes. How did they know? Unbelievable. Look, there's actually a Westbrook logo right here.
Oh, there is. So you did get them from him.
I got it from Russell Westbrook.
What a great question.
Wow,
this guy, his
cool,
name
man.
is not on his Twitter.
Okay, whoever asked is right. I got it from Russell Westbrook.
He's very good. Okay, did players speak out or have anything to say when Scott Brooks was fired?
Yes, because they love Scott Brooks. I love them too. I only got the chance to play with him like 23 games, but he gives his players freedom. That's why, I mean, and he was like a friends with his players. I loved Scott. I feel like he was one of the best coaches I ever had in NBA. And I mean, you see what he's doing right now in Washington is unbelievable. And what he did is amazing. And I think he's going to do really good things. I feel like he's one of the top 5, 10 coaches in the NBA. Yeah,
have you had a lot of communication with him since he's left?
Yes, I texted him in Christmas, and I texted him like some after they lost against I think Boston. I texted him, like, coach, you're a good coach and everything. I tried to give him some, positive things. But I love Scott Brooks, definitely.
Good. Okay, we touched on this a bit, but somebody wants to know how you feel like you've improved on defense.
A lot of defense questions, man. So whenever I post a picture or post like a video in the comments, I see like work on your defense, defense. So I mean really, I just want to say I'm really working on my defense, and it's gonna get better. Just trust it. You'll see what happens.
Has it been frustrating for you, like trying to be a better defender?
Yeah, because like when I grew up, like I didn't play college, but like high school, even like Europe, because I was like the go-to guy. So I was like really focusing on offense. Now I'm like really trying to focus on defense, especially like last year and this year.
Do you feel like, and I think this is a pretty good question, do you feel like people glossed over the ordeal that you went through in Turkey? Like, should it have been a bigger deal than it was? Because it was maybe in the news cycle for a week, and then no one was talking about it.
I think yes, because I mean, people see my story because I'm playing basketball and I'm in front of people's eyes, but there is thousands story out there, and there's thousands people still are in jail waiting for help, and there's people getting kidnapped, people getting tortured, people getting killed, raped, and they're waiting for somebody to help them. So that's why I would try to speak out against them. So whenever I have a chance, I try to speak out or say something about it. And there's this website called turkeypurge.com. So if you go there, you will see the
turkeypurge.com.
You'll see exactly the numbers, how many people got detained, how many people got arrested, killed, how many schools shut down, how many medias, all this, shut down and everything, so you can see the exact numbers.
Okay, sounds good. Everyone go to turkeybirds.com.
Yes.
What has it been like playing with Hoodie Melo this summer?
Man, so whenever he put that hoodie on, I mean, like you see, like we want to.
People are so obsessed with this Hoodie Melo.
So what I see, like whenever we say we win a game, so I was most of the time like 90% I play against him. So you see, like we win one game, and he take his thing off and put a hoodie on and just do this, like really. So whenever he put that on, it's like, okay, now he's locked in. I feel like NBA should make a different jersey just for him. Just put a hoodie on. He will average like 50 points a game.
So you believe like the hoodie makes him better?
I promise it does, because it changes him so much. It's like making him more focused and I think you put like edge on him.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I mean, every player have something. I mean.
No, I asked J.R. Smith about the hoodie, and he said it's because he plays with no conscience when he has the hoodie on. Is that how you would describe it?
I feel like
J.R. can describe everything like perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like it too.
Perfect. Well, you were a pleasure. We were running out of time, but you were great. I feel like everyone was able to get a lot from you, and I just think you should continue to just speak your truth and not feel scared about it.
The most important, I say it every time, and I feel like players has a voice, and they should use it more.
Well, thank you for using yours.
I appreciate it.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.